AmFam, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to do something I've never done before. So I'm going to go over everything that I have bought so far this summer. I'm going to give you updates, reviews on things. I just think it's important to go back and just update you on products, especially when we're trying new things. But also, please keep in mind that half of these products are for the purposes of YouTube reviews. That is my job. That is what I do. Then the other half is for work. I am a professional working makeup artist, so I am buying some things, a lot of things for my kit, just for the purposes of work. So I don't want anyone to feel that you need to go and grab everything that I'm about to share. I have a lot of stuff. We're going to roll through this as quickly as possible. Then I'll also let you know what's for work as far as like working on clients, and then what's just for me or reviewing. So I've got a long list. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing on the list here is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in the shade 13. I tested this out, did a wear test. It was beautiful. However, I just don't think it is something that is suited for my skin. I have very, very oily, acne-prone skin. I am oily all year long. I feel like this is probably something that I could do in the fall, cooler months, but right now in the summertime, not so much. Beautiful product. I love Charlotte Tilbury. That is one of my favorite brands. However, I just feel this one for my skin, not so much. So I ended up returning it. Anytime I try something and it just simply does not work for me, I return it. I don't believe in holding on to products. I don't believe in hoarding things. Like, the overconsumption of it all can be a lot. So I like to be mindful of those things. Next up, the NARS Laguna Bronzer in shade number 3. If you are a shade twin, number 3 is going to bronze you, number 4 is going to contour you. I'll make sure to leave that video that I did down below in the description box. I feel like that is the best video that I've ever done to date as far as the cream bronzer video. It's got all the swatches, all the tones, so if you're interested in that, check it out. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful cream bronzer. NARS did a fantastic job with this one. Next up on the list was a personal repurchase, Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. That is what I have on the brows right now, and I like to use the shade number 5. Then we have the Rare Beauty Liquid Illuminizer. So this is a product that is new to me, and y'all, I absolutely love it. Who is this guy? Okay, pest control. Where did I leave off? I think I left off with the Rare Beauty Illuminizer. Yes, that's correct. The Rare Beauty Illuminizer. So I have been dabbling in liquid highlighters recently. I know, who am I? I'm just all about stepping out, trying things new. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. This one is in the shade Reflect, and I have it on right now. I prefer more so liquid highlighters over powder highlighters, just simply because I think they look better on my skin. I have acne textured skin, and sometimes I just feel like the powder ones can just intensify it a little bit more. Of course, you want to make sure that you're being mindful of where you're placing it. So I always like to place mine here and here, just simply because that's where I have the least texture. Miss Gomez did her thing. Like, Rare Beauty, that's a really nice brand too. I love this. Love, love, love. Next up, we have the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So I have been dabbling in primers. I also have the Hydro Grip. Don't understand the hype. Don't get it. If you are new to me, I'm someone, I don't really believe in primers. I just don't really see the benefits of them. Let me back up. If you're new to my channel, I am someone that doesn't utilize primers. I feel that if your skincare is on point, then you don't really necessarily need primers. And the reason why I feel that way is just simply because if you look at the makeup claims today, makeup has evolved so much. 12-hour, 16-hour, 24-hour wear. So I guess my question is, my question is, if you're telling me that a foundation alone is going to give me 16-hour wear, why do I need to wear a primer? It doesn't make any sense. Also, primers are honestly fairly new to the beauty industry. When you think about makeup artists like Sam Fine doing Iman, Naomi Campbell back in the day, they didn't have primers, and they were still turning out looks. So I wanted to test this one out, not so much for the mattifying purposes, but for the pore situation, because I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, my pores are just out of control. And while I did like this, I don't know what it is about Milk Makeup, their products break me out. And so I know they have the whole clean beauty claim, and clean beauty is such, I personally feel like it's a marketing scheme, because I understand, yes, you're saying that your ingredients are clean. However, it doesn't matter how clean something is. If it doesn't jive with you, or if you're allergic to it, then it's not necessarily clean to you. Kind of the same thing like almonds. Almonds are a clean food. However, if you have an allergy to it, it's not going to be clean for you. Not really quite sure what the ingredients is within milk products, but I tested out this one. It broke me out. I also tested out their under eye concealer, and that one didn't break me out, but the under eye concealer, I didn't really, it wasn't enough coverage for me. However, I was very, very disappointed with the Flex foundation stick, because that was the best foundation match I have used all year. Like, it matched my skin perfectly. However, it broke me out as well. So I don't know what they got going on or what ingredient it is that they're utilizing in their products, but it just doesn't jive well with my skin, and I was very upset about that. So I am no longer using this on myself. It is living in my client kit. So that is part of the skincare prep if someone does feel like they maybe have, larger pores, and I'll put that on. But as far as matte controlling primers, I don't notice enough difference. That's why I don't use them. If I found one where I feel like, wow, this really did keep me matte longer, then okay, that's always the game for me. It's not necessarily of what's going to keep me matte, because at the end of the day, if you're truly oily, it doesn't matter. Your oils are going to push through. However, if something is going to control the oil a little bit longer, that's more so what I look into. So after that, we have the NARS Summer Underrated Eye Palette. I like this a lot. This is one of those palettes, I saw it in April, and every time I would go into Ulta or Sephora, I'd walk past it, I'd pick it up, I'd put it down. This is one of those palettes that for some reason it just spoke to me, and if I'm constantly thinking about something, then I'll just go ahead and purchase it. Again, it is nothing innovative. This formula, I feel NARS has changed their eyeshadow formula for the better, and I really, really like it. But I just thought this is a beautiful, fun summer eyeshadow palette. And that one, that's a personal buy. That one was for me. Next up, we have Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzers. Again, if you saw my cream bronzer video, then you already know what time it is. I love these cream bronzers. So this is in the shade 3, and this is the one that I use to bronze myself. And then I also have the shade number 4, which 4 is a contour for me. It is way too dark. Did I give y'all the right shade number 4? I'm sorry, Laguna number 4 is what I have, not 3. So Laguna 4 is the bronzer, and Laguna 5 was too deep for bronzer. I knew I screwed that up. So this is number 4 in Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. This is utilized as a contour. I love number 3. Some people say they don't like 3 because it looks muddy. It is more of a warm brown undertone. I like it. I don't mind it. I don't think it pulls muddy on my skin tone. However, I can see how if you are a little bit deeper than me, why you might feel it pulls a little bit muddy. Next up on our list here, so this is something that I have been so curious about. I wanted to get the mini version, but every time I would go, they were sold out. I'll probably just end up getting it from Charlotte Tilbury's website, but this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. So it's supposed to be like a nice youthful glow to the skin, and you're probably thinking, girl, you said you had oily skin, why did you get this? I have just I got to a point where I am tired of trying to force my skin to do something that it doesn't want to do. I naturally have dewy glowy skin. It is what it is. So I tested this and I used it on a makeup no makeup look. I'll make sure to add that video down below in the description box. And also the main reason why I wanted to test this out was just simply because this is something that I do want to add to my client kit. So whenever there's something I want to add to my kit, I always test it out on myself first, and then I'll decide from there. And this is going to be great, especially more so for my drier skin clients, to put this on first to just kind of add a glow to the skin, especially when I'm doing stage makeup on competitors. If someone has drier skin, stage makeup is always going to be a little bit more impactful. It's going to be more fuller coverage, a little bit heavier. And sometimes if you do have drier skin, you can just look a little lackluster. So putting this on under before going in with the foundation, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The products I didn't know I needed, but I'm glad y'all pushed me to get. Makeup by Mario, the Skin Transformer Enhancer and the Skin Perfector. I love these. These are my makeup, no makeup look. Again, I'll make sure to add this down below in the description. I prefer to wear these on my bare skin. I just think they look so beautiful. So this is not like the cream bronzer. This is very different. I don't even know how to properly verbalize it. Okay, so in the video, this is how I described it. So this is the skin tint of bronzers, okay? So I'll go in with this on my cheeks, and then I will top it off with this. Baby, beautiful. It is a whole vibe, a whole moment. Next up, this was a personal purchase for myself, the Loospa Candle. So I got the mini set. I wanted to buy another one of the large Tahitian vanilla ones, but they were all out. So I figured, you know what? I'll just buy the mini spring set That way I can try out some other scents from them, and I love. Right now, I am burning the Havana Mint Mojito, and it smells so good. Moving right along here, Huda Beauty. I'm a huge fan of Huda Beauty products. This is the Faux Filter Concealer. I'm in the shade Salted Caramel 7.3G. I like this concealer a lot. Is this one that I feel you need to run and go grab? No, because I guarantee you already have a really good concealer. However, if you're on the market for one, or you just really love Huda Beauty products, I like this a lot. Goes on easy. It doesn't dry down too drastically, but it's not too dewy, and it's very easy to blend, and it is full coverage. So I have been enjoying this concealer a lot. An exciting product, the Abh Uavo Palette. This is such a beautiful palette. I feel like this just kind of put ABH back on the map. Like, this is what ABH is known for. Now, I understand this color story is not for everybody. Like, me personally, I don't know. This color story, for some reason, it gives me fall vibes. I don't know. But ABH was known for just having very interesting and unique color stories, and this is this. So I'm very happy to see that they are back. I like this formula. I like this palette a lot, and we will definitely be doing more looks with it. Next up, this was a recommendation from my friend Jordan. This is the Youth of the People Super Clay Purify Clear Pore Mask. My skin was doing something wild. I was having all sorts of breakouts. It was due to stress. Anywho, I needed a new mask because I didn't have one, and I love this a lot. This is a very interesting clay mask, because in the past, whenever I would use a clay mask, it would always be very drying, to the point where I'm like, oh my god, my skin just feels like there's no life in it. This didn't do that. Also, if I do happen to get a little breakout, I'll just use this like right on the spot for it. It'll clear it right up. So I like this a lot. Patrick Ta Dimension palettes. These are the palettes I didn't know I needed. These are the palettes that I drug my feet on. However, I bought these for work. These are in my client kit, and I'm so glad I have them, especially for the type of makeup that I do. This is the Rose palette, and again, is this color story innovative? No, but the formula. The formula, darling. This is stunning. Absolutely love this. And then this is the first Dimension palette, and this is the one that I have on my eyes right now, and it is beautiful. So you're probably thinking, well, wait a second, they look just alike, and they are not just alike. However, they are in the same color family, but they are slightly different. So the Rose palette, which is right here, definitely has more of those pinky, purpley tones. And you get some of that with this one in the deeper area, but then you also get some kind of like champagne tones as well. So these I love, and I will recommend to anybody. As far as which one, that's going to depend on your preference. Try to wait for a Sephora sale, because these are on the pricier side. However, y'all know I don't like to push anything on anybody, but if you get either one of these, you will not be disappointed. I'll leave it at that. Then for my client kit, I also picked up another Eyes to Mesmerize. If you've been with me for a minute, you know I love these. These are cream shadows, and this one is in the shade Champagne. And then some, oh, this right here, again, so glad y'all told me to test it out. Vanessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Balm Cream Powder Foundation. This is what I have on my skin right now. This is an oily skin's dream, okay? So I was very skeptical at first. I was just kind of like, no, I don't know about this. This is the first foundation that I have ever used that has just kept me matte all day long. And it's not like that matte where I feel like it's too drying matte. It's a beautiful soft matte. And my skin doesn't get oily with this for some reason. I don't know the formulation behind it. I don't know. But whenever I wore this in salon when I was working in salon, or when I'm just out and about, I didn't feel the need to blot. And that's a big deal. So this, if you're an oily skin gal, highly recommend. Not sure how well this would go over on dry skin. It's very interesting because when you put it on, it kind of gives you that cream stick foundation emollient look. But then once you set it, game over. It's beautiful. And I get so many compliments on my skin whenever I wear this. So yeah, beautiful. Love it. Then I have the LYS Triple Fix setting powders. So I have this in banana, and then I also have this one in translucent. These are in my client kit. I'm just to a point where I'm so over loose powder, because not because loose powders are bad, but it's messy. It gets everywhere and it's just a pain in the butt. So since I love the LYS powder so much, like y'all know if you've been with me, like here's mine. This is my personal one. Clearly, I love it. I probably should have got myself another one, but yes, one of my favorite setting powders. You can use it to set all over the face, up under the eyes. It's fantastic. And sorry if I sound weird. My allergies are off the hook today, so bear with me. Next up, we have the cream bronzer stick. So when I was looking at it online, I didn't realize they do have this marketed as a bronzer contour situation. This one is in the shade, let's see, Strength, and it's dark. This one is definitely a contour on me. This is what I have on today. However, I do think I want to get the one lighter so I can see like what the actual bronzing is like from that one, but I do enjoy this. A little bit's gonna take you where you need to go though. You don't want to get too much of this. It is highly pigmented, but very easy to blend out, and I appreciate that. Then I picked up a mini version of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder just for my purse. But what I did was, I was curious. I got the shade number 2 and I like it. So my intention was for under my eyes in case I wanted to brighten a little bit, which that does the trick too. But this is just in my purse in case I get a little oily, which it's a very rare occasion. Like if I ever have to touch up my face, it's always up under my eyes where my concealer is. So that's the main reasoning why I got the shade number 2. Then next up we have the Sephora Collection Glow Peel Pads. I like this. So this is like a pad exfoliator, but I like it because it's very gentle. It's AHAs, PHA, 6% of both of those, and it doesn't have a scent either. I love this. Just makes your skin look nice and glowy, and it's not invasive. Then I've got these last few products here are all for my client kit. So I picked up the Keyless Caffeine Eye Cream because I always put on eye cream on my clients as part of the skin prep. And then I also picked up the Hydrating Balm. It's the Sephora Collection Hydrating Balm. So I use this for lip prep or the Mario Badescu. I just wanted to test this one out because it was only $5. And then I have a powder contour palette because I wanted to get the Natasha Denona powders, but they don't have them in Sephora anymore. So I was like, you know what? I can just get this in these 3 shades right here are the main ones that I utilize when working on clients. And then I got some new eyeliners. These haven't even been open yet, but these are the 24-hour Colorful Sephora waterproof, and these glide on. It's more so like that gel pencil, which I love, and you can sharpen these. I only use pencil liners that I can sharpen just for sanitation reasons on my client kit. So I got these. One is in black lace and the other is in tiramisu, which is a brown tone. And then I also got the liquid liner in black lace. But this, so I don't use the actual applicator. I'll talk about the applicators I like to use in a little bit, but this, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll just dab some out on my hand, and then I'll get an eyeliner brush and work it from there because it's just not sanitary to take the brush to a client's eye and then dip it back in. The entire thing will be unsanitary, and your girl is a sanitation freak when it comes to working with my clients. So, and then I picked up 2 foundations. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Stay All Day and Night, the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I got the shade Warm 14, and then I also got the shade 12.5. So I'm going to be testing these out on some clients as well. All right, moving right along here, some things from Ulta. The Eco Tools powder brushes. This was for work. I actually had to dig these out of my dirty brush bag. So all of these were used on a major job that I had last weekend. If you saw the NPC Universe vlog, you already know I had 11 girls to glam. So yeah, every time I use a brush, I just put it in here. So the Eco Tools powder brushes are clutch. I will definitely be getting some more of those. And then also, of course, another staple, the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Again, I don't use the actual wand. I have disposable applicators I will use. So this mascara is bomb. And if you're a makeup artist, there is no point in buying high-end mascara just simply because you can't even use the wand anyway. So just as long as the formula is good, it's going to be good for you. This was a personal purchase, the Colourpop. This is such a rush. So it's actually a cheek palette, but I use it on my eyes, and this is perfect for when I am working shows and I have to get myself ready. I just don't want to throw a little something on the eyes. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette for that. And then this is another one of those palettes that has been on my mind for a long time. I don't know when I'm going to use this. However, I just wanted it. So it's the Juvia's Place Culture palette. I should probably just do, I'm pre-recording. So I'm hoping by the time this video goes live, I've already done some videos with this, but we gonna have some fun with this. We'll probably do some live videos and play with this, but this is just one that spoke to me. It's beautiful. It's fun. Why not? Have a little color in your life, you know? A little color to spice it up. And then Soap and Glory, these are in my room and I just don't feel like going to get them, but you guys know I love Soap and Glory skincare products. So I have the Peaches and Clean makeup remover. It's like a makeup remover balm, so I'll use that to get all the makeup off, and I'll go in and cleanse. And then the Smoothie Star lotion, mwah, smells so, so delicious. And of course, we have to have some brush cleaner. This is the Eco Tools brush cleaner. I use this to clean my brushes. And then we have the Nude Sticks blush. This is in Deep Maple. I also tried the concealer, but I wasn't a big fan of it. But this is just like a really beautiful, like neutral tone blush. Can't go wrong with that. Then we've got some lip products here. So lip liners. I had some other lip liners in my kit, and they weren't going on smooth. So I found these. Those are from NYX, but this is the line Out Loud. And these are, again, more so that gel formula. I can sharpen it. It just goes on. It glides on the lips way easier, and it's not pulling and tugging. So I got these. And then I also got some liquid lipsticks, because for stage, whenever I'm glamming competitors, liquid lipsticks are just, they're gonna give you a little bit more of a punch. So these 2 shades here, and that's them on the back of my hand. Very pretty, very vibrant. And then from the Juvia's Place Nubian Earth palette, already did a video on this. This is the eyeshadow palette. Nothing new and innovative here. I'm just a Juvia's Place fan and collector. So if you're in the market for a neutral tone palette, beautiful. One of my favorite things about Juvia's Place is I know those shadows, these shadows, no matter how neutral, cool tone, colorful, they're going to show up beautiful on women of color. So that is another reason why I love them so much. So I have the Nubian Earth palette, and then also the Nubian Earth gloss. This is one of their glosses from the collection. Well, in Mirage, it's just a beautiful peachy gloss. And this one is my personal stuff. And then I got the shade Clay, which is just like this beautiful like brick red. Very, very pretty. And then I got the Bronze Rustic palette, which this is going to be a palette I probably end up using in my client kit. And I should probably just go ahead and throw it over there. And then I have this one. I got this. This is just fun for summer. Beautiful. And then this one as well will also probably... This looks more so like bridal, so I'll just save it for whenever I have a bride. It's the Nude, so Very, very pretty. Juvia Place, man, you can't go wrong with them. They are always going to get you right. Then we have a couple of products from Black Opal. I'll make sure to leave that video down below. Y'all know I love a good powder foundation. This one is phenomenal. This is the Ultra Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 500 Dark. If you are a true oily skin girl, you're going to absolutely love this. This is beautiful. Looks so good on the skin. And then I also have the True Color foundation stick. This is in the shade Snatch Sepia. I got it with the intentions of using it as a contour. However, it popped off a little too warm. I could use this as a cream bronzer. I do have a bunch of other Black Opal shades that have been depotted in my backup drawer with all my extra products. So I'm pretty sure I have my contour shade in that, but I just wanted to try this one because I thought it would be, but not quite. And the Black Opal concealer. This has been my go-to concealer. I don't have it on today because I used the Huda Beauty today, but outside of Huda Beauty, this is what I've been using and it is fantastic. I am in the shade Caramella Dream. And then this is one that I have yet to get to yet. I'm hoping by the time this video goes live, I've already done my wear test on it, but this is the Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation and this is in the shade Karab. Okay, then some additional products. All the stuff I'm getting ready to mention now, these are all for work, so all for my kit. So here, this is my brush bag. It's not full right now because I still got all of these to clean. However, I purchased a bunch of Morphe eyeshadow brushes just simply because when I'm working sometimes, things get busy and sometimes I might drop a brush, it might roll behind, you know, just things, I can lose things, and I'm going to be very, very upset if I lose one of my very expensive Bobbi Brown brushes. I do have a few of those. However, if I lose a $6 to $8 Morphe brush, I'm not going to be upset, okay? So I know a lot of people have their own thoughts about Morphe. Morphe has changed dramatically, dramatically. However, the brushes, they work, they get the job done, fast, efficient. That is why I utilize them. So I purchased a bunch of Morphe brushes. I'm not gonna go through all of them today. Like, I'll save that for another video, but got some Morphe brushes. I also picked up some of the Stila. What are these? These are the Shimmer and Glow. So just basically the liquid eyeshadows, which look very pretty on the eyes and reflective when athletes are on stage. And then what I was super, super hype about were these Danessa Myrick's products. So I used all of these on some athletes and they look so good. So this one here, this is the Color Fix Foil in the shade, what's the shade name? Ooh, well, I just dropped some. I can't find the shade name. I don't have my contacts in right now. But this is the pink one right here. Look at that. Like, oh, so it's really shifty. So it looks pink, looks purple, looks so pretty. And then I've got this one here in, oh, Goldmine. There's the name right there. Boom. So this one is in Venus. And then this one here is in Goldmine. And a little bit goes a long way. If you guys want to see a video on how I use these, let me know. That's Goldmine. This is the worst swatch of life. Jesus Christ. Then I got these. So these are very unique. I don't have anything like this. So these are the Twin Flames. So this one is in Soulmate, and I'll leave the picture of the athlete that I put this on, but oh, is that not crazy? Crazy. And then this one is in the shade Sweetheart. Like, ooh, y'all, sick. Just so beautiful and reflective and pretty. I love those. Love, love, love. And then I have some P. Louise bases. So shade number 6 is my personal one. Then I've got Rumor, and I have another one somewhere. Not Rumor. This one, yeah, well, it's called Rumor, but this is 0. This is the white one. I really like these, especially the skin tone ones, because you can use them for the eye primer. It's going to get rid of any discoloration. And then if you need to clean up under the brows, you can do so. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I also forgot to mention these two because they were in my travel bag. So these are the Charlotte Tilbury. This one here is the contour one. This one is in the shade medium deep. This is the perfect tone of contour. I love it because it's not too deep, but it gives me just enough, just a beautiful natural contour. I really hope she comes out with the deeper shades of these, and also the component, like the packaging of this, that's my only hang up. It is a little bit messy, however, nonetheless, been loving this. And then the Glowgasm, and this is in the shade Peachgasm, same component, but yet beautiful product nonetheless. And then here is a swatch of the Glowgasm and then the contour. You can see the contour. If you're my shade, it'll work, but if you are deeper than me, unfortunately, this will not work. This is just a beautiful natural contour. So that is going to wrap up everything that I have bought so far this summer. Again, please keep in mind, you do not need to rush out and buy any of these things. The main purpose of this was to basically give you my thoughts and updates. And also, please keep in mind that half of these things I utilize for when I am working on clients. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Down below in the comments, let me know if you have tried any of these products that I mentioned. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.